Hey everybody, we're at the Mint 400 in Vegas. We're on Fremont Street. We're getting ready to start off our contingency run, go see some of our sponsors and go through tech. And then eventually we'll get back on the trailer and head out to the start-finish line for Sunday's race.
It was awesome. We looked like a real team today. Tech went perfect. They didn't really bug me at all, which is something new. But it went good. We're ready to go.
So the start of the race was great. We decided we were going to be very, very conservative, if not super slow. Last race we had a belt pop right away in the first 3 miles, and we felt like we had run the belt floored when it was cold, so we wanted to start slow, warm the belt up, and then kind of get after it. So I was basically dared by Mark Bradshaw not to floor it off the line, and I'm pretty sure he probably would have bet that I would have, even though he dared me. We didn't. We absolutely let Craig Scanlon go. We had talked to him before the race and told him that we were going to do that so he could have at it. We started off really slow. Didn't even get in the throttle till about 3 miles into the first lap, till we had built some belt temp, and it worked out well. We didn't change the belt at all the whole race. There were some times on the dry lake beds where we were managing belt temperature and not running the car 100%. And sometimes in some of the sand washes that were uphill for 3 or 4 miles straight, we were managing temperature as well. So apologize if we got in anybody's way when we were doing that. But in general, the first 40 to 60 miles, we were running super conservative, just trying to get the car underneath our feet and then step it up on the second and third lap. The first 60 miles of the first lap, we kept smelling gear oil, and we thought maybe a car ahead of us was burning some. We didn't really think it was us, but at race mile 60, we blew up the front diff. We found out after the race that what had happened is the factory differential breather line that's pressed into the side of the case had completely come off the case, and the diff was emptying itself of oil the whole first 60 miles. We immediately put the car in two-wheel drive, and most of the noise went away, so we decided we were going to keep on going in two-wheel drive and just let it eat. So that's a lot slower than in four-wheel drive in this race. There's a considerable amount of sand washes, lefts and rights in soft dirt and sand, and the cars that had four-wheel drive were just completely accelerating out of the corner much faster than us, while we're just floored and sideways counter-steering the car. So our first lap time went down by about 5 to 7 minutes slower on lap 2 and into lap 3. So we were just trying to maintain our position.
Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. Up this time. Up this time. I've never ever given up this time.
trying to maintain a top 10 finish. We were almost to the end of the race, about 10 to 15 miles to go. The brake pedal got spongy, and I knew we had some sort of a hub issue, possibly a wheel bearing or something going. So we just started to putt the car and nurse it in the last 15 miles. But within the next half a mile, we lost the right rear drive flange completely. Since we had lost the front diff, that means we had one-wheel drive in that wash. We were basically dead in the water.
Axle nut's gone, it's kind of kicked out.
The axle nut
Yeah,
is what?
gone.
Gone?
Yeah.
So where we end up finishing, after about 5 hours of downtime trying to get the parts to us, we were able to fix the car, finish the third lap. Best in the Desert was gracious and gave us a finish, not a DNF. We finished 30th, which was basically the first car, or I should say the last car that finished 3 laps. And we're excited that we at least got that and not a DNF. Now, so this is not by any means where we want to be as far as finishes are concerned. Certainly, after having the Parker 250 and this race, both kind of bite us with different problems. But it is absolutely where we want to be when it comes to team. Our team was flawless when we had issues. They addressed it immediately, got us parts as fast as that we could, and our fuel stops were spotless. So we have a solid team in that respect. Next race is UTV Worlds in Laughlin. And we're already prepping the car for that. We'll be done in just a couple of days, and we'll have some good test time before the race, certainly about a week and a half worth of test time. We're looking forward to a solid finish, hopefully on the podium. So I personally want to thank our team of volunteers. I feel as though we have the largest team in the UTV field, and I think that we have the best team of volunteers when it comes to cohesiveness, communication, and dedication to us finishing a race. I also want to give a big shout out to John and Ryan on their podium finish in their XP 1000 in the 1900 class. Great job for those guys. You deserve that.
Yeah, the tube's cracked back here.
Okay, so I sell drugs to the consumer to pay for this race car. I just, literally, that's what I do. I mean, I thank God to all the smokers in the world. I love you guys. That's what pays for this thing. Because I spent a lot of money on that stupid car.